so
What are you?
What are you, little guy?
That is a,
Chase, quick.
Hold on.
Take care of
he's
it.
a pseudo spider.
Eastern parson spider.
All right, you're going to have to get that out of this room if you want me to read stories.
Okay.
Oh, he's right there.
I don't think the harmlessness is gonna matter to Matt.
Yeah, no, that's not
It's got special Matt venom in there that's gonna hurt him.
Oh, if I could... Oh, shit!
He's like, oh fuck! You just reminded me I gotta go hit the church right now!
Hey, welcome back. You probably just watched us stare at a spider for 5 minutes because that's what a cold open is. We are reading a mix of your stories and Reddit stories and great Am I the Asshole stories, and we, the final jury, will tell you whether or not you're an asshole. You want to just jump right in?
Dude.
All
do
right.
it.
Let's get
This
in there.
is story 1 of 1,000. You'll
What?
be here for a week.
We only have an hour.
Am I the asshole for thinking my friend doesn't get how hard college is? Gut reaction?
Yeah.
College
College is
I
so
like,
easy.
we come up with a hypothesis.
We
And then
decide.
test it.
Yeah, we decide we poison the question
Yep.
before we even get into
so
it.
in my head, yes, you are the asshole because you guys could have different majors. Maybe it's not that hard for them. Everybody's different. There's my hypothesis.
But also, I've read a little bit of this one. The friend isn't in college. And I'll be honest, yes, college is hard, but I also think if you're just working there's...
I
It could
see.
be a lot
So
harder
you,
for different...
You've spoiled it a little bit.
You'll see when you
All
read
right.
the question. Also, there's not that much.
Asshole
What was
or
it?
not?
So who's mad at who?
Am I the asshole for thinking my friend doesn't get how hard college is?
Am I the asshole for thinking
My
my friend doesn't understand how hard college is?
I think the idea is kind of like the
No?
friend. Yeah.
No. All right, cool. All right, bad start. I've moved around a lot in my life and had to go to a couple different schools. I had to leave one of my best friends freshman year of high school, but we still played games and talked all throughout our high school years. We both graduated high school. She's now on her second gap year, and I'm a sophomore in college studying electrical engineering, and it honestly kicks my ass. When I have issues with problems, I use AI to explain them or break them down step by step so I can understand what to do. I think my use of AI is justified and is what AI should be used for, helping you learn, not just doing the work for you. My friend and I recently started talking again after some time apart. We got online and started playing a game we grew up on because it just got updated. Overwatch.
Is it actually Overwatch?
No, that's just my guess. We were talking about
Probably
life and what we've been doing. She's been working minimum wage jobs in our old small town. Sounds a little judgmental. I brought up what I've been working on and joked, I have homework so I can't play too long, but AI will help so I can be done faster. She immediately started booing me and saying I'm part of the problem and that I shouldn't use AI. I defended myself and said I use it to help me understand, not to just do my homework for me. She argued back, saying she thought I was smarter than that and that everything I do must not be that hard if AI can do it for me. I got upset and said she doesn't get how hard college is since she's never been. She went quiet after that, and we both decided to stop playing and haven't talked since. I feel shitty for saying that to her, but I was also really hurt by her saying I didn't work hard to get where I am.
I don't think that they were saying you didn't work hard. I think that they're just not a fan of AI. I think that the question is kind of masked as though you're making it more about them not understanding college, and it seems like the conflict initially started from them booing you over using AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I love the thought of somebody in Discord going, boo.
They got a soundboard.
And I think
exactly.
I think it depends how jokey they were being about you using AI. Because they could have been like, oh, brother, you're using AI the same way I'd give one of us a hard time, even though sometimes I use Claude. Don't cancel me, please.
The fuck is Claude?
Yeah, what?
It's just better Chat GPT.
Oh, okay.
Claude's like the smart one.
Oh, okay. The smart brother.
Yeah, he's the smart brother.
Jarvis.
My thing is, if you're in college, I've heard of people doing like essay outlines and stuff. That I can kind of understand because it's something that you can do pretty easily on your own. It just kind of does it for you. I guess, I don't hate that. I could see that being like a Microsoft Word thing 10 years ago.
You're kind of hitting on my thought. One, onion alert for sure.
Onion alert for sure. Big flash it breaking sound effect.
Because I'm about to go into levels that aren't even in the question. Where
We're
she
getting to the
says-
core.
Yeah, she's talking about like, I thought you were smarter than that. Like, I thought you were better. honey, none of us are smarter than AI. It's got the whole goddamn world in its head.
It's the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah, we're not beating it. It's real smart.
And look, I'll say it right now. If you obviously this person tries to context it like they're using AI as a repository of info, which I agree. I think AI, if it's like, hey, pull me up articles that teach me about this, I think that's the perfect use of AI.
Absolutely.
It should just be
a tool.
It should be an encyclopedia.
Yep.
It should be just one big like library.
Well, that's
that
what
you
like
just
everyone
search up,
says.
like articles and information.
You always hear about people in healthcare saying like this is genuinely transformative for like medicine and things like that because there is such a wide breadth of things that like it helps you focus in on.
Well, and you mentioned it, like doing essay outlines, that kind of thing. It has done things for me where just from a sheer context of data volume would have taken me hours. It can do it in 13 seconds. And then I go through and do my actual work with that and correct it because it makes mistakes. This is off topic, I think.
No, the thing is like I do say it's when you're using AI for like in college, I'm of the opinion you should be doing the work yourself because if you say it like helps you study and stuff, it lowers the amount of time I take to study. It's like, but I think a lot of those little things, especially when you're in college, because you feel like an adult, but you're still learning a bunch of shit. You're probably learning the most you've ever had. Or not, like I did. But but you're like sitting there. Every little thing I did, though, like when I would be I used to do journalism. When I would be like outlining like an article or deciding what I was going to write, the little itty bitty pieces that like you're using, presumably using like ChatGPT or whatever for, those are the parts where things would click or I would have the ideas. Mechanical engineering isn't as much of like I think the same sort of thing happens though, where you're like, I understand this concept a lot better now. Yep. It made everything click for me. I think
also,
you're just missing.
Note, that click you're talking about, I think is one of the, to use a high-end word here, one of the most orgasmic feelings in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're doing a math problem, you know how to do the math problem, you've done it 30 times, and then one time you understand why you do it that way, and you're like, holy shit, like I actually understand the base of that. I love that feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're the asshole for using AI. I think that was the question.
No, I mean, I agree with Aaron. I think like the tedium in whatever you're learning, AI kind of takes that away, but I think the tedium and the monotony is where the ingrainment of that information comes from. Like it's where it kind of not clicks but sticks, you know.
The amount of it's mostly software engineers I know that, so Claude has Claude Code, and the amount of software engineers I know, the best ones are like, my job is now I have the idea of what I need to code, Claude Code spits it out, then I make it fit our framework essentially. The worst ones spit it out with Claude Code and shove it in there and hope it works. And all of them have told me they have gone into meetings within the past couple months with higher ups being like, we need to use AI more. Every company now is full AI, 100% AI.
Terrible.
Just terrible.
Awful.
I've heard of places where people like tech startups and stuff where some of the people who code do not know how to code.
Oh, yeah.
You also see a bunch of it like with the young entrepreneurs and stuff, like I'm a tech mogul and stuff, where they have coded their entire app with like AI.
Or don't they go to like Substack and they just basically say like, hey, how do I do this?
So
and then
that is what software engineering used to be. To boil it
Stack
down,
Exchange.
You would go to Substack and you'd look, and the good engineers knew what they were looking for and how to take that and make it their own. The bad engineers took that, shoved it in.
Right.
So the same exact thing is happening now. It's just AI instead of some other person typing it online. Every good software engineer I know, their job is now infinitely harder because the people under them are just shoving shit code into databases and being like, or into the framework and being like, I did it. And then like one of my good friends, he said he used to get calls once a month of like, we really need you to fix this. I know it's 10 o'clock. And he was like, that is now 3 times a week.
Just when I thought I'm out.
It's just a nightmare. But coming all the way around, I don't really think anybody's the asshole in this story. Or maybe a little bit of both.
Anybody tell you that mechanical engineering isn't hard?
Yeah, that is a hard-ass major.
Hard.
I think even more it was electrical engineering, right?
Which any
Am
of
I
that
crazy?
engineering is crazy. I'm
Yeah.
not going to, that's why
Electrical
I'm not
engineering,
faulting
yes.
you very much.
And that's my thing. Here is why I think I actually am ever so slightly asshole on both sides. Electrical engineering is hard. College is hard.
Yep.
The one sentence that makes me go just a tiny bit for you too is when you said she stayed at home working minimum wage jobs. nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. It sounds a
Also-
little judgmental.
Also irrelevant.
Yeah.
Also-
You probably wrote this a little angry at her, so like I get it, but
You also haven't. You mentioned you talked to her a lot during high school and stuff. You don't know what's happened at home. Maybe she simply cannot go to college.
Yeah.
Right.
There's like a lot of systems in place where like maybe she's like,
it's expensive.
Yeah.
that's all I can do.
You
I think
know?
also we're approaching like a point where people are like, college degrees don't really fucking
Yep.
matter.
Here's electrical engineering. You need a college
yeah,
degree.
Yeah.
exactly.
Maybe she would go to college and she's like, I want a English degree, and she doesn't think that's worth it because it's probably not. Hot take, but there's a lot of reasons not to, and it's okay that she's working.
I've met a decent amount of people who are around my age that are like, I have a master's in like biology or virology or something like that, and they're like, I work at Red Robin.
Yep.
Like it's like
Yeah.
there's just simply not jobs out there
I
for.
have an entrepreneurship degree, and I hate the word entrepreneur because it's a buzzword. That is what I do for a job, is
Yeah.
business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what would have helped me more was 2 years earlier, instead of getting the degree, just start a business.
Yeah.
That would have been the best.
Yeah.
There are things that just don't work. So I would say, not even asshole. You both were a little mean to each other.
You just weren't able to put yourself in each other's shoes,
Yep.
I think, in that small moment.
And how a lot of these boil down. I think a quick conversation being like,
Yeah.
kind of hurt my feelings when you said that. And then
Yeah.
if she doubles down and is like, you asshole, you're using AI, you're stupid,
Exactly.
just don't talk to her again.
Yeah.
I think also you're both becoming assholes a little bit more the more you sit there and go, well, that person, I'm not going to apologize. That
Yeah.
person needs to apologize to
Yeah.
me. Like, just
So
even if you think that, just say something.
exactly. I think that's the final stamp. Apologize. Hopefully she apologizes back. You guys can be friends. If not, move on. There's a
Vamos.
lot of people out there for you.
Grok.
Is this true?
Grok, come
Grok,
down.
put Chase in his underwear.
Grok, take it away. I've been occasionally, just when I Google stuff, it'll pop up like the Gemini results, and there's no way
Oh
to get
my
rid of them.
God.
So I'll just like fuck with it now. And I remember the other day I looked up what does Aaron Chambers does Aaron Chambers from Critical have $100? And it said, well, there's no public knowledge on whether or not Aaron has $100, but there is like this sort of thing. It'll give me like descriptions, and it'll just like. It'll make up shit that I've been in. It'll be like in the great $100 challenge video, and then link to another like the Squid Game video, and be like, he's clearly like he received more than $100, but whether or not he spent it and got down to exactly 100, I'm like,
That's
this is
not
cool.
me.
Yeah, I was like, this is a good program.
I only use Gemini to look up Warhammer lore questions.
Oh, yeah.
It is great for that.
That's the only valid use for me.
All right, Aaron, take us away, big dog.
Whoa. Story 2. We got this one's juicy. This one fits perfectly. Am I the asshole for telling my bitch ass stepson he can't order from DoorDash?
No
Is this
way.
audience or Reddit?
This one's Reddit. And I added the bitch.
Okay. I was about to be
But
like,
I was like, it's got to be audience, right?
my adult 20s stepson lives with us. He has a room upstairs. We have the primary bedroom on the first floor. He pays $325 rent for the room and bathroom each month. He pays month to month. There's no lease. And he has a part-time job. We've had several issues with him over the 2 years he's lived here, but this is the most recent annoyance. A couple of months ago, we were awakened around 2:30 in the morning by a doorbell. My husband got up because the doorbell at this hour usually is indicative of an emergency, but we realized it was DoorDash delivering food to my stepson. We asked him to please not order food after midnight, as both his stepdad and I have to be up early for work. But the doorbell activates the dogs, and it takes forever to get them settled back in. He said put in the DoorDash notes not to ring the doorbell. I told him this isn't reliable because every delivery service makes mistakes and they don't always read the notes. After that, it happened one other time in January. We reiterated, please do not do this. He sometimes gets home late, and I told him to please just get food on the way home from work or run and pick up food. I'm fine with him ordering DoorDash any other time, although I think it's kind of dumb because we're about 1 to 2 miles from all the places he orders from, and it's more expensive, but please not after midnight. Last night, it happened again. 1:30 a.m., doorbell, barking dogs. It was DoorDash delivering at McDonald's. My husband was not happy. Once again, took 30 minutes to get the dogs to lay back down, at least an hour for us to get settled and back to sleep. My stepson was off for work yesterday, and he had no reason he couldn't make something for himself to eat, and ordered food earlier. I texted him this morning and told him that this is a hard rule, and if he orders DoorDash after midnight again, we're going to have to talk about him finding somewhere else to live because he isn't respecting the boundaries. He argued that he pays for his rent and he should be able to order food whenever he wants, and it isn't his fault that DoorDash isn't reading his instructions. Am I the asshole for telling my stepson he cannot order food after midnight?
No.
Yeah, that's a pretty cut and dry one.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of experience with this because I am a Uber Eats addict, recovering Uber Eats addict.
It's okay.
It's very enticing to just. It's so convenient, and I resonate with this because when I lived with my mom before I moved here, I would order and I would order late and it would be the same situation. Thankfully, we didn't have dogs, but yeah, I mean, it's just don't order after midnight, man. Like, I don't know.
And also, midnight is a pretty late cutoff. Like, that's pretty lenient saying midnight.
Yeah.
That's not, please don't after 9 p.m. Like,
Yeah.
that's a little wild. Also, there was a point in there that really made me laugh that I can't remember. So cut all this out, editor.
Yeah, butchered the question too, so chop that up.
Was
Chop
it
it through that
dogs?
bitch.
Dogs?
Usually is indicative of an emergency, as both his stepdad and I, he said put in the DoorDash notes. After that, it happened one other time in January. He sometimes gets home late. I don't think it's that dumb because we're about 1 to 2. Although I think it's kind of dumb because we're about 1 to 2 miles from all the places he orders from and ordered food earlier. But it isn't his fault that DoorDash isn't reading his instructions.
I'm picturing this guy's just an asshole and it's like going to their bedroom window and like not trying to make it worse because that's crazy to ring a doorbell at 2:30 in the morning as DoorDash.
He's slipping like a T-bone steak through the envelope door to entice the dog.
He's saying their Russian like sleeper agent activation word.
Manchurian Candidate style. All the lights are off in the house and he's like, well, I gotta wake him up. Bing bong.
They need to know their food's here.
They're gonna
Also,
miss
you
the
said
food.
you didn't have dogs in your house. They had you, big dog.
Hey. But they
Did you dap yourself?
yeah, I was like, I can't reach. I gotta do it to myself. But it was a clean ass dap.
Yeah, it was. Yours was better than ours.
The other day, I had ordered something earlier in the day because I wasn't feeling well and I was like, I gotta get some medicine. So I ordered something from CVS and they make you meet at the door because there's medicine. So I was like, okay, I'll meet at the door and give them my thing. Like, I felt still too yucky to like make something or go to the store, so I ordered something from Uber Eats and I didn't change it doesn't auto switch back from meet at the door. And so this guy, I can't remember what I ordered, but I ordered food and he's just sitting there at my front door like he's like, hey.
You just reminded me what I wanted to say. You did it. You finish.
No, I was like an ellipted little creature crawling around in your brain.
Yeah, no, when they said he needed to go check the door at 2:30 because only emergencies happen with a doorbell ring at 2:30. Brother, that's serial killers. There's
true.
no emergent ringing of your doorbell at 2:30.
We must get to the door.
Yeah, anymore in this world, the doorbell at 2:30 does not mean emergency. It means either Uber Eats or somebody's trying to hurt you.
Hey, buddy. It's 2 a.m. You gotta go home right now. Don't come knocking on my
it's
door.
the police letting me know.
This is just a guy coming to say hi. It's past trick-or-treating hours.
Did you know your car is on?
Also, if it's 2:30 in the morning and there's an emergency in your house and somebody has called it in, if they have the authority to fix the emergency, they are not ringing your doorbell. They are coming in the house.
Yep.
They're going to just like... A firefighter is not going to be like, well...
His house is on fire. Please.
I see the smoke. I don't think there's a new pope or
do they have a
anything.
ring
I don't think
doorbell
Stanley
or
Tucci
normal
from
doorbell?
Conclave is doing this.
I
Because if
bet
they had
you.
a normal doorbell, it's just ding doo. But if they have a ring doorbell, it's that doo doo.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, every time my fucking Ring doorbell is rung, my cat Peach, the orange one who's sent from hell, just goes and then goes flying up the
Because
stairs.
they know it's an emergency.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
my god, it's an emergency at noon. Oh, she's insane. But also, speaking of your addiction to Uber Eats, has it gotten better?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes,
I've
I've-
limited myself to once a week.
Oh,
so-
that's much better than
Very bad. Like we've worked late. It's 8:30. I'm on my way home, and I was like,
That's
I
usually
need that
mine.
bowl of food sitting on my
You
porch
are-
when I get there.
you
I-
are infinitely stronger willed.
How many times a week would you say?
Brother, like almost every day.
We should bring in an accountant. We happen to have one here. to go through our
Caleb
bills.
Hammer. Cut that out.
Yeah,
Okay, no, leave him in.
we could bring
What's he gonna
Caleb.
do? Sue us?
Yeah,
I don't know if he got canceled. I just saw people
No,
mad at him
no.
one time.
You're-
Okay.
Caleb
kinda
Hammer.
did. He got it.
He sits in that weird spot where some people love him, some people hate him.
He's a little abrasive.
He is abrasive. We should have him come yell at us.
Is he the asshole?
Is Caleb Hammer the asshole? Huh.
But I do keep track. I have looked in the past and seen
Yep.
like how much it is, and I'm like, ugh, and then that kind of.
I
influences me, but
actually
the
think
last-
that's a really fun episode is to break down our monthly
Oh
bills.
God.
We don't have to if
Good
anybody's
Lord.
uncomfortable, but I think it would be hysterical.
Good Lord.
Like, I probably spent too much money. There were a couple months there where you'll see some Valve charges on my bill.
CS:GO
the-
cases is
some
an,
League of
is an
Legends.
investment.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
Transactions
maybe a
fees.
little bit of Riot games,
Riot
just a
points
little
here and
bit.
there.
Although I am surrounded by people who are gambling addicts, so I'll spend $35 in a month on Riot like skins, and I'm like, "Ooh, I'm a bad person." And my friends are like, "I spent $400 for the new Viego skin," and I'm like, "Holy shit!"
To get back on the.
Oh yes,
thing.
that's
Sorry,
what we're
sorry,
doing
sorry.
here.
I think you're not the asshole
At
for
all.
saying that. No, it's your house. He's not even your real son.
Yes, bro. Talk to him.
Yes, King.
I'm just kidding.
Twin. That's
yeah,
oomph
that is-
right there.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
oomph.
And if he's ever turned to you and go, "You're not my real mom," just
You're not my dad. You're not my dad. Also, I think you're not wrong for telling him that he can't order it after a certain time. That's totally fine. But I think it is weird to be like, we're going to kick you out. He's paying almost $350 every month.
Did they
Off
say
of-
that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that not
They, just,
listening?
Off a
or they
part-time-
were going
off
to
a
have to have a
part-
conversation about him finding somewhere else to live. I'm going to be honest. I think that's completely fine. He is old enough. He's in his 20s. He's like at a point where
Did I
it's like,
black out for this story?
They
I got
said he's in
none
his
of this.
20s. He's working a part-time job. And
Okay.
He's paying like $325 a month.
yeah. But I think like
Here's what you do. You say, next time it happens.
Rent goes up.
Oh, I was going to say.
rate goes up is a good move
Next time
too.
it happens, you find your own place. Because I promise it either stops or he finds his own place, which stops it.
I think he's maybe just like, these are my parents. They're not going to kick me out. But I
Yeah.
think if you do have a roommate, eventually that dude's going to be like, either I'm not re-upping the lease or you got to find something else, man, because
Yep.
this is like fucking me up.
Yeah. You're
Like-
not going to live in my house and piss me off at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know? One or the other. You can
And
piss me off at 2:30 in the morning as long as you don't live here.
True, yeah. You can come and knock on the door. You
We're
can come
getting
and just ring the
we've
door.
been
Are we,
yapping
are we-
for too long on this story.
Boo. Okay.
They're moving us on. All right, Chase, you're
The
up.
human
All right.
SpongeBob hand. You're asshole. No, you aren't the asshole.
You
The
are
kid is
not the asshole, kid asshole. She takes my money when I'm in need.
Okay, so this one doesn't have an AITA, so we're going in blind.
I think this one is a friend trying to like. They think they're self-inviting.
Okay. Well, that's our teaser. I'm gonna try to keep this short, but for context, I have a younger brother. Gonna call him Cam, who's historically an asshole, but has been getting more pleasant recently. One of his asshole traits is that he likes to self-invite to different things. Long story short, we're both fencers. Sick as fuck. That's cool as hell. That's cool as hell, by the way.
Badass.
We have a friend who
He
fences. And that
invited
shit's-
himself to my duel this afternoon.
and we sometimes have overlapping friend groups. This story is about an incident with one of said friend groups. I was at a friend's house doing a Star Wars movie marathon with said friend group. Cam was not invited to join. I assume it has something to do with the asshole comment.
Yes. Or he's a better fencer.
Ooh. Or he doesn't like Star
Oh,
Wars.
he's so good at fencing. They're going to be doing their moves in Star Wars, and you're going to be like, if you had reposted that, then maybe Obi-Wan would have actually survived it.
A Parry 3 would have won that, to be honest.
Sorry.
Parry 4? I think not. All I'll say is that it wasn't my decision to make. However, for the sake of keeping track of each other's plans for the day, I did tell him where I was going. He was chill about it, which is unusual for him as he tends to be pushy with this kind of thing, but it was a welcome change of pace for me. In the middle of the marathon, Cam texted me and said he would be dropping by for a little while with some pizza. He'd just gone for lunch with my grand aunt. Cool. And she bought a couple extra pizzas for him to share with us. He could only stay for about half an hour at most before we had to head home. Me personally, I thought this was super sweet and would have been more than happy for Cam to join us. Okay. Very open-minded. However, the rest of the group weren't so receptive to this. They felt he was self-inviting again, as he's known to do, and were kind of annoyed by it. With all that said, though, they were still fine with Cam joining in for a little while. That is, all except one of them. Enter Andy. Not his real name.
I always love that they say that. If you're going to use a fake name,
Just don't say it's a fake.
Just say it's Andy.
Andy, in particular, was extremely adamant that Cam be turned away. In his own words, if he steps foot into the apartment, I'm leaving. The guy basically threw a whole ass temper tantrum. Apparently the day before, Cam had done something to slight him in some way, but it was genuinely so small and insignificant, none of us outside of Andy could remember what it was. But despite all this, Andy refused to turn away Cam himself. Instead, he insisted I do it since I'm his older brother. I had no one really backing me up either since they didn't want to aggravate Andy any further. Not just that, Andy also wanted to make sure I didn't specifically mention him and was constantly checking my phone to make sure of it.
Bitch made. Just straight up. Straight up, Andy.
At this point, I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. I knew that if I turned Cam away without letting him know the real reason, he would automatically put the blame on me. He does this for many things. And I would likely have to put up with some hostility for a few weeks once I got home. However, if I didn't turn him away exactly the way Andy wanted, I'd get the same treatment from him too. Essentially, I was just choosing between who to piss off for the next few weeks/months. At this point, all I could do was stall for time until Cam was reaching the apartment, which I did. Once that happened, I told the group I'd go speak to him personally where I was out of Andy's sight and hearing range. I managed to tell Cam the whole situation, and yet again, he was uncharacteristically chill. He was uncharacteristically chill about it. Is that a word? Holy shit.
Uncharacteristically?
Yeah.
Uncharacteristically chill. Okay. It just, I feel like that's so many more syllables
That
than
is
my
a lot
brain.
of, like,
Yeah.
suffixes and prefixes.
My brain's like, damn, it's still going. He even left the pizzas with us. Oh, he's so chill, by the way. He poisoned those pizzas. He even left the pizzas with us. He poisoned the pizzas, saying that he'd already gone there to deliver it anyway, so we might as well keep it. Plus, he didn't want to carry them home. From here, I'll just say there was certainly no remorse from Andy for this. Again, in his own words, well, at least he brought food. Fuck off, dude.
Yeah, Andy sucks.
Fuck yourself, dude.
That guy blows.
Before he began helping himself to the pizza. I think it really isn't up for debate that Andy was a huge asshole here. That's
Nice.
pretty clear.
Yep.
Me personally, I don't think Cam was an asshole in the slightest. He's been making a genuine effort to be better and was trying to do something sweet for his friends, but then this is how he gets treated for it. However, I've been wrestling with the guilt over how I acted in this situation. I feel like I turned my own brother into an unpaid, unappreciated food delivery guy for the sake of saving my own skin. Be it from him or from one of my close friends, I feel like if I had a definitive answer, be it good or bad, it'd at least help with my conscience. So with all that said, am I the asshole?
I like this one.
Yeah.
This one's good.
Yeah.
Alert! This has character
Yeah.
growth.
Yes.
You've got
Yes, beast.
villains, confidants,
The underdog.
foils, everything you want in good literature.
Not to say that this is not something that is real and impacting you.
No, look.
This is real. This is.
There's
genuine.
fiction and nonfiction,
Yeah.
okay?
Not to say this isn't real and impacting
Right.
Yeah,
you.
yeah. This is a situation we've all probably been in to an extent.
Yeah.
Like, it's be like, because like think about the brother. Like at the end, he's been making a genuine effort. It's like, yeah,
that's awesome.
the
I
same
think
man. He never enters the same river. It's a
One
different
of the
man.
most
It's a different river.
applaudable things in
The water
today's world
flows.
is someone willing to change.
Yep.
Oh,
Change
yeah.
as a person, change their opinion. It is so rare nowadays
It's
that
so
I applaud Cam.
I was
Good,
gonna say.
good shit.
He's like, I'm an asshole. I am a genuinely bad person, like a prick. I'm going to be better. Like that's a
Unless he poisoned the pizzas.
Yeah.
hey.
I thought it was gonna end. She was like, and we were all shitting our brains out for
Hey,
days. So.
Cam just went to lunch with my grand aunt. I didn't know we had one of those. And he got they went to the Mario Cafe and they got Mario pizzas.
They
got,
open the
That's so
pizza
odd.
and like a big puff of smoke comes out and it's
With
shaped
the-
like a skull and
the
crossbones.
They got Mario pizzas. They got the little Mario mushrooms on there. I think they're called Fly-Agaric or something like that. Please, nobody Google any of those.
The person telling the story, also, I like them. They're feeling remorse for something where, like, this, they didn't lie. Like,
Yeah.
Andy wanted them to. Whatever you do, never listen to this guy, Andy.
Yeah, Andy sounds
Andy
like
needs to be fucking...
You gotta pick him up by the legs and do like a so long gay Bowser sort of situation.
Yeah.
like Dean the Great or whatever. I don't even see that clip where Larry's spinning him around by his hands.
He sucks. You handled it well by telling the truth. I think the only thing, which is why you're probably feeling guilty, like you could have left if you wanted, but Cam was cool with it. Like,
Yeah.
That's a sticky situation for you.
I think it speaks volumes just how chill Cam was being
Yep.
like, yeah, that's fine. You know, that's cool. Here, have some pizza.
Yeah, left the pizza. This is my favorite one we've read.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
This
maybe
just has real characters. in
I think you are watering yourself down to something that I think is a little bit more harsh, like saying like, oh, I just turned my brother into a food delivery guy. It's like, no, I mean,
You didn't know he was bringing them.
And
Like,
you're gonna have to leave.
yeah, exactly.
Did they say ages in this?
Cam is the younger brother, but they didn't say ages.
Okay, because this feels like that, like
Just-
19.
I was gonna say just out of high
20,
school.
They're figuring themselves out. They're figuring
Friend
out.
groups
Andy's
are
an
yeah,
asshole.
friend groups are starting to grow apart and not like each other a
Yeah,
little
but
bit.
damn, that guy Andy sucks. Let's
Yeah.
all go hang out without him. That is the solution in this story: is get rid of Andy.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seems like out of this situation, I'm surprised like there wasn't almost like an intervention there to be like, why the fuck, why
Yeah.
Andy, why are you freaking out, dog?
Yeah, 'cause
You're just like frothing at the mouth.
If he comes in here, I'll leave. I'm gonna do it.
He's fucking throwing the fridge over.
I think you're assigning.
He's drop
And I
kicking
think
the air fryer. He's pissed.
It's a testament to you because I think you're assigning blame to yourself where there's genuinely there's no reason for you to feel that. Cam is like he's being such an asshole and making
Andy.
Andy, yes.
Don't put that.
I'm not putting that
on
evil
Cam.
on Cam. He used to be an asshole.
Yep,
Now he's not.
yep.
Because we have progression.
Man.
He's gone through the hero's journey.
He leveled up.
Yeah, true. It's like in eugenics. He got a new skill.
Who's a cat?
He's going and like making you an accomplice. He's like, you gotta lie to him, shit like that.
Yeah.
That's I think
And
you're
you
taking.
didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're taking blame for a hypothetical situation you would have been. Like you didn't do anything. You didn't know Cam was gonna be bringing the pizzas.
I think you are you're empathetic, which is great. I think you're overly empathetic for your brother to the point where you're putting a lot of it on you. Like
You're
you're taking personal blame for something that's not really your fault. It's more like it seems like your friend group's fault. It seems like it is partially Cam's fault for his past actions, but it seems like he's rectifying that. I think you're taking all of that and saying like I could have done more. And I don't think that's I think that's an unhealthy way to look at it.
I would
You
say
can't save everybody. You know?
exactly. End of the day, glad that Cam's being nice. You're fine. You're not an asshole. Stop talking to Andy.
Hey Andy, if you're watching this,
Yeah.
Oh!
You
Yeah.
bitch. You
Fuck
bitch.
you.
All my homies hate Andy.
Also, yeah, Andy seems to be the only one pitching a temper tantrum, and he said himself, quote, if he steps foot into the apartment, I'm leaving.
Good.
Good.
Bye! Don't let the door
Bye.
you on the way out, Andy!
Is Andy like the money in the situation?
Oh.
Or, like he can't.
Oh,
Like
wow.
if he leaves, then
He's in a fucking ascot puffing on a pipe. He's the
Fuck.
rich boy.
fuck.
His jewel.
Yeah.
He's doing like the submitter is sitting there rubbing his hands like Travis Scott on his head, like this if Cam he's got all the Jackbox party packs. If he leaves, we can't play Quiplash.
No, we can't.
We're trying to play Blather around, and if he leaves, then it's over. Cam doesn't have any of them. He just got Fibbage. He got the Fibbage single pack.
So yeah, I think at the end of the day, Andy sucks. You guys are good. Make amends with your brother.
Yep.
Keep being nice to him.
Yep.
He's doing good from what you said.
Stick with him.
Way to stick up for your brother.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, why did they call weed pot?
Marijuana is called pot because pot is a shortened version of potasio de guava, which may have been a Mexican beverage made from seeping cannabis leaves in wine or brandy.
Why is your Siri TikTok?
Why
My
is
Siri's just a chill guy.
yeah? What do you expect your Siri to sound like, Matt?
That's a cool fucking Siri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
You didn't know you
that.
can change your Siri's voice?
No, I didn't
You
know
can make
that.
him Australian.
Nar.
And then if you do this, watch. Did you guys know you can do this? It's a nice little intermission for you guys. Hey Siri, call me Tony Stark. Shut the fuck up. You'll need to unlock your iPhone first. Hey Siri, can I call you Jarvis? Okay. It said it, but it didn't say it.
Hey Siri, what do I call you? Okay, it's giving me song lyrics. All right.
Hey Siri, can I call you Jarvis? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Hey Siri, are
Why
you
not
Paul
talking to
Bettany?
me? Wait. Hey Siri, are you mad at me?
I think iPhone is doing something to make us all look like idiots because I just got one recently, right?
Yeah.
I feel so redacted that, like, just because, I don't know, something with the
No.
keyboard.
The autocorrect has
Oh.
gotten horrendous.
Which you sent the video, or maybe I sent the video.
No, I think
of the
Jesse.
thing.
I thought Jesse
One of
did.
us
One of
did.
us definitely did.
They're doing that shit on purpose.
No, they do.
I feel like once there's a bunch around, like, they're pinging, they're like, hey, let's make these guys look
Yeah.
so bad.
I have to edit probably 1 in 3 texts that I
Oh,
send people.
absolutely. It's so dumb.
Hey Siri, can I call you Jarvis? He's responding. He said, "I'm afraid I can't help you make a flying suit." He's getting the reference. It's just not saying it.
What if he said? What if you did that and he just went, "Oh," he just like made like a crazy ass, "Oh."
All right.
I want to add this thing from Google Gemini because we were talking about weed. I said, "Does Aaron from Critical smoke weed?" And it said, based on available information, there's no public information that Aaron, popularly featured on Moist Critical's channel and the Wine About It podcast, smokes weed. Context: while on the Wine About It podcast features varied, often chaotic discussions, there's no evidence suggesting Aaron smokes weed. I don't know them.
You were on Wine About It?
That's crazy, I guess.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and we talked about weed, I guess.
You didn't tell any of us, man.
And I just sat there and I drank wine and I don't know, man. I guess.
About it.
Yeah, and I talked about how much I smoked weed.
Speaking of weed, my girlfriend, 28 female, won't cook for me. 29 male.
Yes,
Am I the asshole
bro.
for thinking she should? We're not doing the hypotheses anymore.
No,
We're just moving on. The title sounds bad. I know. I'll try to keep this short. I, 29 male, love to cook. It's my love language. I cook for my family members and friends, and I love trying out new recipes. When my girlfriend and I first started dating, I would often cook for her. And she likes what I cook. She didn't cook meals for me in that time, but I guess I didn't really notice because I didn't see her every day. And when we did see each other, it wasn't always food related. Like we would go to the movies and stuff, not dinner always. Or if it was a food date, we would often go out or I would cook. We recently moved in together about a month ago, and I realized pretty quickly that she never cooked anything for me. I would make enough dinner for both of us most nights, but when I didn't, she would make her own dinner. I initially thought maybe she didn't know how to cook, but she makes real dinners for herself when she does cook. Salmon with rice and broccoli, Korean ground beef, chili crisp pasta, etc. I finally sat down with her a week ago and asked why she never made me dinner. She said she doesn't like cooking for others. I asked her why couldn't she just make some extra alongside her own dinner. It's not like I'm asking for her to make me a completely different dinner. She said it's not about the extra work. She just doesn't like cooking for others. I got a little upset here and reminded her that I cook for her all the time and that if she wasn't going to cook for me, then I wouldn't cook for her. She simply looked at me and said, "Okay," and ended the conversation. It's been about a week and I'm sticking to what I said, only cooking for myself. But I have to admit, I'm really frustrated and upset with the whole situation. She, on the other hand, seems totally unaffected. She's just cycling through her favorite recipes and occasionally getting takeout. I don't know what to do here. Am I the asshole for thinking that she should be cooking for me? This is crazy.
Yeah, see he was okay. When he started it with "this sounds bad," I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be awful."
Yeah, I thought
now
so
I'm like,
too.
no, yeah, the title sounds a lot worse than it actually is. I feel like.
Yeah, I am confused across the board, to be honest.
Maybe I missed some information.
Just a wild thing that stuck out to me was I don't think she should have to cook for you in that situation, but the fact that you're like, well, I'm not going to cook for you, and she's just like, okay, and there was no there was no like acknowledgement of like, but it's nice when you cook for me or something like that.
This is very odd to me. One, they mentioned the moment where like, it was like, sometimes I cook and don't make enough for both. When you live together, it's very weird to me not, like if you're making dinner to not make enough, which then on her side too, that's
It feels intentional.
it feels super weird.
It feels like purposeful.
Yeah,
It's-
I completely agree.
It's hard to not make enough for two people.
It is.
You have to
It
like
is.
really cut a recipe to not make enough to share.
Yeah, if you're making salmon and rice, you just make enough for two people.
Like
That's
any
crazy.
salmon breast or like salmon fillet you're gonna get is probably like a pound, and you probably don't want to eat 1,000 calories of salmon.
Or if you're buying like prepackaged,
Yeah.
it doesn't usually come with one or just buy two.
Yeah.
I'd get if you were like, you have to cook for a family of 6. Throwing another salmon like fillet on the tray is not hard. Like it's not more work. Do you not want to use the extra salt? That's
It
all.
sounds
I
like
can
she's never cooked for him.
Yeah.
Now, once again, we're only getting his side of the story,
Yeah.
so we got to work with that.
She said that she doesn't like cooking for other people.
Right. So, like, was he mean? But,
Maybe someone else would.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
There's another thing though. They mentioned she gets takeout. Does she not? Does she even go far enough to not like
That's
ask if he
true.
wants
Does she
anything for
get you
takeout? Because then that's
It
like
sounds like they get takeout. Like, from how it was written, it sounds like they do, in fact, get takeout together. I am just so baffled by this because
I think I think if we follow the line all the way to the point of them communicating about it, I think that there is a clear flaw in how they communicated about it.
Oh yeah.
He very much was very open and said, "Hey, I cook for you. I would appreciate it if you cooked for me. You have no problem cooking, like we said, just make extra." Her to just go, "Okay." That's like there's a wall there that is keeping any kind of like resolution from happening.
Yeah,
like there's
absolutely.
a defense there that's not.
It's so shocking. Most of these don't boil down to communication issues.
Yeah.
Never.
Well,
see
this is
that
weird because
coming.
we said communicate, and he did. And
He did.
It
She
didn't
did
work.
not.
It didn't
Yeah,
work.
I agree.
Yeah.
You did well trying to communicate.
This, I also think it's indicative of, usually if this sort of, like, she doesn't give a fuck about this, it's not usually like, well, I only don't care about you cooking for me and stuff. Usually there's like deeper things that are going to be like, okay, I don't care if you clean the house and shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If this small of an issue is something to bring up that wall, then like more serious things are gonna do it too.
I agree.
I think
This is why I always say it's smart to live together before you get married.
bang.
Because all of your issues, live together for multiple years.
Yep.
You will find out all of your issues with that person living with them. There's no relationship without issues, I promise. Except for mine.
Yes, bro. Yes. I think the big problem is that she doesn't know she's dating you.
Oh.
I think that's the issue. Is she's like, what? We're
Is
roommates.
she
Of course
dating
I
you,
don't
or
have to
did
cook
she
for
find
you.
a card that said looking for roommate and you're calling her your girlfriend?
That's what I'm saying.
And she's sitting there going, why does this man
She's-
keep cooking
why-
for me? I don't want this
It's
food.
very nice that you're cooking for me, but like, I'm not gonna cook for you. It's not just not like that.
Oh,
Like,
God, guys, we got to dig in deeper because he said they went to movies beforehand on dates and stuff. He was stalking her. She had no idea she was on a date. Dude,
She was
you gotta
watching.
stop.
She was
It
watching
was-
in a row in front.
Yeah,
and he was
he's
behind.
like,
Like,
dude, this is such a good date. I can't wait to cook for her.
It was a chaste voyeuristic love. He was just watching her from like up far away.
Dude, this is
Forbidden
an onion
love.
alert again.
Onion alert. You gotta stop stalking women at the movies and then moving in with them through the guise of being roommates, man.
This poor guy. Is this Reddit or audience?
This is from a friend of mine.
Oh, I'm so
Is it
sorry.
actually?
No.
I was like, huh?
I
Wow.
did go. This is just a little story, a little fun story for you guys. I went the other night on a date, and I went to see Nirvana the band, the show, the movie, and we went to go see it. There's a Gore Verbinski film out. The Nirvana movie is about time traveling,
Is
and
it
there's
the AI thing?
the AI.
Good luck,
movie.
have fun, don't
Yeah,
die.
yeah.
Yeah.
We-
Oh, yeah.
Then the Nirvana the band. That's a movie about. They make a lot of jokes about like targeted products and stuff like that. It's also a time travel movie. Nirvana the band, the show. They go back in time, and there's a bunch of stuff from like the early 2000s that they had to be very conscious of fair use of. And I remember hearing a bunch of those press junkets, and I was like, oh, I get it. And I'm sitting there. I didn't know much about the Gore Verbinski movie. I'm sitting there in the theater because we got told the wrong theater, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is a real, like, I'm watching the movie for like 15 minutes and I'm like, God, this is such a good bit to do an entirely different movie for like 30 minutes
you
before.
stepped into the wrong theater.
Yeah, because they both started at like 7:30 and they sent us told us the wrong number. And so we were sitting, I was like,
Incredible.
this is such a good bit.
Dude,
and
I
I got
love
an
Sam
hour
Rockwell.
and 15 minutes into the movie before I turned to her and I was like, she was like, I think we're in the wrong movie. And I was like, you are correct. We're in the wrong movie.
This is definitely the wrong movie.
I was sitting there. I'd seen Michael Pena on screen. I see Zazie Beetz for a while. And I'm like, I don't think they're in the other movie. I was legit. There's a scene where a car pulls up and two masked dudes with guns get out. And I was like, that's it. That's Matt Johnson and Jay McCarroll. I was like, that's them. And then they take it off and it's just some random dudes. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? God damn
Incredible.
it. Maybe they directed it or something like that. If I'm the Gore Verbinski and I was like, that's the Pirates of the Caribbean guy. I'm in the wrong movie.
Did you watch Rango?
Dude, if only. If they started playing Rango, I would have gone crazy.
So what you're trying to say is that you want this person to cook for you now.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm owed it for seeing the wrong movie.
So, yeah, I think I don't even want to call your girlfriend an asshole.
No.
This is just strange. Like,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is the bottom line here. It's weird. I would try talking about it again because if this isn't resolved, you're early on in your relationship. I'm a big fan of if it doesn't work early, just move on.
Yeah. I think
I guess you live together. That's a little
like
tougher.
making extra food for someone like that just feels like one of those like mindless, selfless thoughts you have. Like it's selfless to do, but you don't even think about it. Like you don't like you're like, oh, I live with this person, they're my partner, I'm going to make food for them too. Like you just don't even register that like I'm doing the right thing doing this. So it's like
that is exactly how I feel about that.
And so it's like I don't know. I do worry that like less. I don't know. Unless there's again, we don't know the context. If there's other situations in which like there's just not. She's just not selfless like that towards other things that are maybe more serious.
Which is just
then it's
also a big red flag.
Yeah.
If I came home and Monique made dinner for herself and not me, I would truly think Ashton Kutcher was coming out of my closet and fucking punking me. Like, it would have to be a joke in the same way in reverse, unless I was like, oh, you said you weren't coming home till tomorrow. Like, like to your point, it's not a thought of I want to impress her, and like sometimes I'll make a good meal, but normally it's like, all right, what am I making for dinner tonight?
Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna get brownie points.
Yeah. It's just baffling. Is my thought.
Which, as long as you're not cooking for her for brownie points,
Yeah.
because then you looking at her and viewing it through that lens of comparison just seems like a little like, okay, you're
putting it on her.
You're doing it for praise, and then you're looking at her and going,
Did
hey,
they say
why
how
aren't you?
old they were?
Maybe
No.
I don't.
I think 28 and 29.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I actually think is even more shocking, because if you didn't put ages, I would have said this was like that 19-year-old range again, where it's like you're figuring shit out.
Yeah.
28 and 29, that is baffling to me.
Yeah.
I could even understand you coming home and she's cooking and she's like, "Oh, I only made enough for yourself, for myself, because I like didn't know when you were getting home or something like that." But the fact that she kind of goes like, "Okay, like what about it, bitch?" Pussy. Yeah, like what do you want me to like? Of course I only. It the way the question is worded almost feels like it kind of comes across like, of course I only made food for me.
Yeah,
I'm eating it. Like I don't know. Like
I ain't got two stomachs.
yeah, bitch. You think I'm a cow? Calling me a fat ass cow?
yeah. I would try another conversation. First off, you are not the asshole.
No.
I would try another conversation here and let her know how serious this is to you.
Just be careful how you phrase it.
Yeah,
Just
because
say, like,
this is very much what we men in the field like to call a minefield conversation.
Hey.
This is what we like to call an active minefield.
women, am I right?
Because I feel like it's very easy for this conversation to get twisted as like in a misogynistic way.
Which is why he thought the title sounded worse than it was.
Exactly.
Because thank God you're doing most of the cooking.
Yeah, if you weren't doing any
helped a lot.
cooking and you were like, she never cooked for me.
never
I'd be
cooked
like,
for me.
All right, well,
She make me have to decide to get McDonald's. she makes me have to choose that I want McDonald's.
But no, you are so right. It is her role and responsibility.
Yes, sir, to be in that damn kitchen. Why do you think all the cabinets are so low to the ground so that women can reach everything?
Dude, that is side note. I hate how low every countertop is in this world. It is not made for tall people. That's why we all have knee and back problems.
It fucks me up sometimes because I'll be in like a new space and I'll be like, this thing's only up to like my penor.
It's always the penor.
No,
They
it
make
is.
counters penis height. I don't know why. I'll be doing a dish in the sink, and if there was a mirror up, I'd look like the stupidest goddamn person on the planet. Because I'm like,
At my parents, it's like an older
so bad.
community, so like a lot of the stuff is like a little bit smaller because people shrink and stuff like that. But
people are small.
Old people are little. There's no big old people. But I was sitting there.
I can't wait to shrink.
I'm gonna shrink to like 4'6", I think. But I like slammed. I was making dinner like a snack like at 11 because I had just gotten home like driving back. I was making a snack and I shutted the door to a drawer on my penar. I was like, I yelped like a dog. I legit went, oh!
That's crazy. That's
It was
the
not a
worst.
situation I thought I could ever hit.
That's the worst. The old penis in the cabinet.
Old
Dude,
penis in the
I
door
hate that.
trick.
Yeah, I hate that. What's the movie where there's the little action figures that come to life in the
Small soldiers.
Indian in the cupboard?
Nope.
Yeah.
Small soldiers.
Think
Well,
that's
that too. I was
small soldiers is
Small Soldiers, amazing movie. Indian in the cupboard, thinking just based.
Either one.
Neither holds up.
I think it's kind of crazy.
It's
yeah.
I was-
yeah.
It's
When you
called
said the name, I was
Indians
kinda
in
thinking
the
that.
cabinet or whatever.
Cupboard.
That's
They've got to close it and open it and stuff. And
It's about a little white boy who has a little brown person living in his cupboard.
it
Look at that! He has a little brown person. He gets to-
friendship
even
across boundaries.
Hayao Miyazaki went, maybe we call it the borrowers. I'm going to do a Japanese one. I'm going to cast David Henry in the American cast.
What if we don't make it What if we make it a mouse? And what if we call it Stuart Little?
What if we could we get M Night on this one? Could we get M Night to give him a little red car? You just made the Sixth Sense. Can you give this little rat a little red car and let him drive it around?
Did M. Night direct Stuart Little?
He wrote it.
No fucking
That's
way.
Did you not
crazy.
know? Yeah,
No.
that's crazy.
Crazy.
M Night wrote that, and then
There's no twist in it though.
There is. The cat drive a little red car. The twist comes early in that movie when the human son gets home and says,
My friend is
"My
a
brother's
mouse.
a rat. You guys got me a brother, and he is a white rat."
That's a great point. Stuart Little is a twist. It's just so early on.
And they buy him a car.
Yeah. Well, he gets a plane in the second one.
He does, and
Which
he's
is crazy.
He gets his pilot's
Which is
license.
and he's got to run away from the big bird that's like attacking
Well, and then
him.
there's that scene where the boy is sitting in the corner and he's like, my parents never bought me a plane.
I've seen Stuart Little, and it's been a very long time.
Yeah.
Is there a scene in the movie
I'll be
where
able
there's
to tell
like
you. I'll be able to tell you.
there's like a news reporter or someone come? Stuart Little's biological parents drowned in a bowl of soup.
No.
Something where he drowned in like a bucket.
It was like a storm drain or something. They were like his parents were like in a storm or something. And
Okay.
Like,
I thought they were in a big thing of like
He does
tomato
get stuck in a washing machine though at one
He
point.
definitely. But I remember they talked about his parents
I also
dying.
haven't seen it in a while. This isn't a Dr. Doolittle moment. He speaks English, right?
Yeah, he does speak
it's,
English.
It's what the fuck?
Sam Rockwell.
No, it's
Oh, Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
no, it's Back to the Future guy, Marty McFly. I can't think of his name.
Oh, Michael J. Fox.
Michael J.
Michael
Fox,
J. Fox.
Is Stuart Little.
He falling
What
to our
the
mushroom.
fuck?
It was soup
I'm
related
so
incident.
fucking sick. That's so cool.
Dude, that
What?
is sad.
Damn.
Stuart it genuinely, I stopped watching. It was playing at the dentist's office, and that happened, and every child was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's crazy.
They just are like, it's like a news report or something. They're like, Stuart Little's parents have died in a mushroom soup accident.
Beloved American icon.
Beloved American Idol talking rats.
Hey, here's a blast from the past. You guys remember George Shrinks?
George Shrinks. No.
Yes.
I
I
re-
don't remember.
I don't remember that at
George
all.
Shrinks.
I didn't
I don't
remember.
remember. Guy, and he
The guy with the pencil
yeah,
would draw it. Yes.
yep, and he also
Maybe
had
I
a little car.
Did you guys ever see
it was very,
Dunstan
like-
Checks In?
Dude, Trump's in that movie, isn't he?
Is that
I don't know.
Is that the monkey?
No,
movie?
he's
That's
in Home
the
Alone
monkey
2.
checks
That's the
in-
monkey going
checks into
crazy.
the hotel. George Shrinks.
You'll recognize it.
I absolutely do recognize
yeah.
this. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Harold walked so he could run.
What is Dunstan? What's the second Dunstan movie called?
Dunstan gets detained.
I know the third one is Dunstan checks out and he dies and he goes to heaven. They take him to monkey
Dunstan
heaven.
checks in.
Dunstan
to
has
heaven.
his soul. Has his
Dunstan
soul
checks
judged.
out. He
No,
dies.
It's got a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. You guys have no heart. all right?
Dunstan checks in?
That movie, it's a monkey he checks into a hotel.
Nah,
and it's just
you gotta look at the
17%.
you gotta look at the fucking poster for this flick because that shit's crazy.
Look at Dunstan.
Yeah, man.
Can you see that?
How
Did he ever
Probably.
attack
How
anybody?
can you hate that guy?
Did he attack? He was a menace.
This was a
Wait, no, that was Dennis. Dennis was the menace.
This movie
also not
came
a
out in 1996. It was $20 million to make.
That's like $4 billion.
That legitimately, I think, movie budget wise at the time is like
That's like Dune 3.
that's a
budget.
lot.
How
Yeah.
much do you think they paid the monkey? Also, noticing the kid in that movie is also the kid from The Santa Claus.
Wait, Dunstan checks in like kind of has a go to. It's got Jason Alexander, Paul Rubens is in that bitch. Eric Lloyd, is that who I think it is?
Is this... What were we doing?
Am I the asshole? It was about.
Cooking.
Yeah,
Yes.
no.
But wait, how did we get to Stuart Little?
Oh, I think we were starting to suspect she is a mouse.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wait,
what
what
you
was-
just witnessed was 10 minutes of pure, raw, unfiltered ADHD.
What you witnessed
was
is
what it's
legitimately
like.
psychosis. When I saw that Gore Verbinski movie, I'm not going to lie, I'm bringing it back to this. I was sitting in the theater, and I was waiting so long for the Nirvana, the band, the show guys to show up, that 15 minutes of the movie would pass, and I could only remember the previous 15 minutes. If you had asked me to go, like, what happened at the beginning of the movie, I would have been like, no
You were
fucking-
just looking forward.
I couldn't even, the people in the theater, it's like I was stuck in a time loop, and every 15 minutes it would reset back to normal. Only thing that would change is what was passing on the
I'm
screen
picturing
before
your
me.
date like reaching over to tell you she thinks you're in the wrong movie and she taps you and you're like, no, like
That's the thing is we kept
Had no
looking
idea.
over like, this is kind of a weird part of the movie. Isn't this weird? And then at the end, the credits started rolling, and we were like, that, she was like,
Freddie
I think that was the
Mercury
wrong
wasn't in
movie.
that- oh, Nirvana. I'm thinking.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Freddie-
let's
no.
be honest, Remy.
Kurt
Malik-
Cobain
Remy-
wasn't in this at all.
There's a good bit in Nirvana, the band, the show, where they're like, fuck, dude. we can't call ourselves Nirvana the band. There's already a band named that.
is it not about the band Nirvana?
I was also
And they're
in the
like-
dark on that. I'm glad you asked.
It's just two goofy guys, and I think you'd recognize them if you saw them. But they were like, "There's already a band called Nirvana the band. There's already like we can't call ourselves that. It's copyright." And he's like, "Fuck, what's it called?" And they're like, "The Band," and they're like, "Fuck," and they're really really good. And he's like, "God damn it!"
Oh, God.
Well,
Wow.
I think that was it. I think we already said you're not the asshole.
Yeah, your
Good
girlfriend
job.
sucks.
Those were some great stories today.
Really
I'm
good
pretty
stories.
sure slowly we're just using the stories more and more as a way to get us yapping about other shit. So next one's just a podcast. Any closing remarks? I've got a call in 30 seconds. And guess who I'm calling? You.
Pick up.
If somebody's phone just rang, they're freaking the fuck out.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
Grok,
that would actually be
I
crazy.
would.
Grok, can you subscribe to the to the other channel?
The only fan.
The only channel.
Yeah, Grok, can you subscribe to my OnlyFans? Yeah, also, once again, please subscribe. Please like it. Please comment who's the most handsome and why it's Chase down below.
And please give me $100.
Grok doesn't think he has it.